You're watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Welcome to playoff softball. Medina Valley Panthers versus the Alamo Heights Mules. By-district matchup, Jeff, between the number 4 place team, Medina Valley Panthers in district, and the number 1 team, Alamo Heights Mules. But, Jeff, playoffs start. Everybody starts 0-0. New ball game, and a little bit of a breeze blowing tonight in this hole here at Alamo Heights.
You say that, but the flag's straight down right now.
But you can still feel it. You're going to hear it a little bit in the microphone, so just kind of bear with us for a little bit. But, Jeff, I look for this to be a competitive matchup. Keys to the game. What's your keys to the game for the Panthers to come away this series with a victory?
Yeah, so welcome to the Lone Star Towing pregame show. Tonight's pregame is brought to you by Lone Star Towing.
Thank you, Alec.
Yeah, Alec, towing is in the name, but let me tell you, they also buy junk, wrecked and abandoned vehicles. Lone Star Towing will be sure to get you set up with any of your towing needs, as well as purchasing those wrecked, junk, and abandoned vehicles. Alec is the owner, and he is an MV alumni, graduating class of 2007. And Maury, he came on this year, and we've had a good response, it seems like, from everybody. Lone Star Towing's got some great commercials. He created those commercials, by the way. Great commercials, and, he'll do you right. So
glad to have him aboard.
Support MV alumni and small businesses in and around Castroville. But keys to the game, Maury, you said. I think, the key, you weren't at Eagle Pass, but what the Panthers did was they scored when they had opportunities, and they got a pretty good pitching performance until one inning. But one inning, they gave up 4 runs. The rest of the game, they gave up none. And I think they're following the same method tonight. I think Alyssa Montez is in the circle.
Yes.
Her key is going to be getting 3 to 4 good quality innings out of Alyssa tonight. That she comes in and throws strikes like she did against Eagle Pass. I think she had like 7 strikeouts in her 3 1/3 innings of work. And then to have somebody like Lisi Salazar coming in and slamming the door shut like she did last week. She came in with that little cutter that she throws from the left side, and she threw 4 shutout innings so the Panthers could tie it up in the top of the 7th and go to the 8th and win the game. So the key tonight is going to be in that circle, Maury. If the Panthers get quality pitching out of that circle and they get timely hitting, they're going to win this game, and they're going to win this series, and they'll advance.
Well, and you're going to have a formidable foe in Embry inside the circle for the Alamo Heights Mules, who has been their ace all year. And just watching her warm up, Jeff, we kind of mentioned it's the opposite of Lisi from the right side. Little cutter she throws, works away from the right-handed batters. Mm-hmm. So going to have to deal with that. It works in on the lefties, which the Panthers have a few of those in the starting lineup.
And if
also.
I was to talk about Alamo Heights' keys to the game, the keys to the game for Alamo Heights are going to be putting something around Embry, because she is by far their best player. She's good in the circle, and she's good at the plate. She can hit the ball, and she can pitch. So if they can get something around her to develop or to come through, let's say that it comes up in a situation where you may not pitch to her with runners on base and you want to pitch to the 4-hole hitter, that 4-hole hitter's got to come through for them.
Right.
Yeah. So don't let her beat you is the bottom line tonight. Don't let Embry beat you.
Well, and I think the Panthers batting, they don't need to put the faith in the umpire's hands. They need to swing, but they need to swing of selective pitches. Be kind of choosy a little bit to start off the ball game and make her throw strikes.
Yeah.
And don't allow her to get ahead in the count because you chase something out of the strike zone.
Be disciplined hitters, and more than anything, let your best hitters swing the bat and make ththings happen.
Exactly.
We know we've seen Coach Perez now for half of a district season, and we know that she's going to like to bunt. There's going to be situations where she's going to ask your 2-hole, your 3-hole. All these batters are going to be bunting. Do it, and make sure it's effective, and make sure you execute, and make sure you get those hits behind them when you do put them in scoring position.
Exactly. You need to finish on your opportunities.
Yeah.
And, starting lineups for tonight, Coach Perez filled out her lineup card as follows. Leading off for the Panthers, Alyssa Montez in the circle. The number 2 hitter, the third baseman, Ariel Chichester. Batting third, the left fielder, Mackenzie Viejo. Batting fourth, the designated player, Avery Nash. Batting 5th and playing right field, Aniston Stivers. Batting 6th and doing the catching tonight for the Panthers, Kaylee Upton. Batting 7th and manning center field, Morgan Castiglione. Batting 8th and playing second base, Amasith Valenzuela. Batting 9th and shortstop, Elena Gonzalez. The flex player tonight will be Claire Bain playing first base for the home team, Alamo Heights Mules. Leading off and doing the catching, Brooke Butler. Batting 2nd and playing second base, Aubrey Martinez. Batting 3rd and inside the circle, Claire Embry. Batting 4th, the shortstop, Ellie Lent. Batting 5th, the left fielder, Eloise Meter. Batting 6th, the center fielder, Elizabeth Billard. Batting 7th, the first baseman, Olivia Malitz. Batting 8th, the third baseman, Andrea Canizaro. Batting 9th, the designated player, Pearl Kingman. And in the flex position, playing right field, Maggie Davidson.
Yeah, and you know, Maury, this is the district champion from 27-5A. So they're no slouch. They're not going to be a pushover, and the Panthers are going to have to play. They're going to have to play good this weekend. You know, it starts with the first pitch. You know, you start that first pitch, you got to get things rolling and be ready to go.
Yeah, we're about ready for the national anthem as they met inside home plate with the meeting of the ground rules and the coaches, and they have exchanged lineup cards. And, Jeff, we're going to take a commercial break, listen to the national anthem, and we'll be back with the starting pitch of the ball game when Panther softball continues here in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with zero down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Have you ever been in a car accident? Was your car taken to a body shop? Or maybe an impound yard? Perhaps a major repair that's too costly. Even if this happened 2 years ago, Lone Star Towing is interested in buying all junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. The process of getting you paid and that vehicle out of there is quick and easy. Call Lone Star Towing today at 210-777-0585.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966, supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925, with one simple goal: to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
So, how are the kids?
Well, Emily made the honor roll.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, we're really proud of her. Tyler, on the other hand, though.
What's going on?
He's been moody lately, just feeling down and not like himself.
Oh, we've been there. Nick was struggling last spring. He was so anxious and stressed.
Really? What helped?
Well, he joined the soccer team. And ever since, he's been a lot happier. He has more energy, he's less stressed, and he's definitely in a better mood at home. It's made a huge difference.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting out of the house, he's getting some exercise, and he's off his phone for once. It's been good for his mental health.
Sounds like it's been good for your mental health, too.
Participating in Texas high school sports improves students' physical and mental health. Encourage your son or daughter to get involved. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotsing House Moving and Remodeling. And Jeff, we're about ready for the first pitch of the ball game. Montez, Chichester, Viejo, the top 3 for the Panthers. Nash, Stivers up in the middle 3. Castiglione, Valenzuela, and Gonzalez, the bottom 3. Embry inside the circle for the Mules. Butler behind the plate. Malitz at first. Martinez at second. Levitt at short. Canizaro at third, Meter in left, Billard in center, and Davidson in right. And we're about ready for the first pitch. First pitch to Montez is outside and high. Ball one ball and no strikes. Don't know if we're going to have a scoreboard tonight as it's not lit up yet, but we'll see.
Out there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What happened to our scoreboard? Our scoreboard
1-0 pitch is low. 2 balls and no strikes. Wind is swirling down here at the river here in a little hole, so anything up in the air is going to be a challenge for either team. Swing and a miss on a 2-0 pitch, 2-1.
It's a good 2-0 cut there by Montez. Came up a little empty.
Alyssa waits the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Kind of not liking where we're set up here, Maury. I can't see the pitcher. The umpire gets right there in the slot, and I can't see anything.
And we're a little off-centered, so camera should be straight away, though.
It's straight away, but it's hard to see.
Catcher set up outside, a 2-2 pitch. Montez chases one a little off the plate for out number 1. A strikeout for out number 1.
That's something you don't see a lot of.
Going to bring up Ariel Chichester.
And that was that little cutter she threw off the edge that time.
Fell behind in the count, 2-0, but worked back with 3 straight strikes.
Number 44, Ariel.
Pretty much basically straight away the infield, the defense for the Mules. Not in too tight is Canizaro at third base. Takes that pitch for a strike, 0-1. A little shallow in right field, but basically everywhere else straight away. 0-2 now is the pitch.
And Chichester, when she's been hitting the ball recently, she's been hitting it right at that HEB sign out there.
Everything's better at HEB.
Hey.
0-2 pitch. Strike called. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Embry.
And looks like she's going to get that outside call too, so it's going to be tough tonight, Mark.
I was just mocking the HEB commercial when I said that. You could grow a garden and have them be your, grow some green beans or something. Mackenzie Viejo steps to the plate. Viejo fouls that one back.
That's the first ball that one of our batters has even touched.
Yep.
They got 5 swing and misses, a called third strike, and then a foul ball.
Good aggressive swing, though, there by Viejo. Catcher set up a little off the plate. Ground ball right in front of home plate. No balls and 2 strikes.
Now, there was a meeting between these two teams in Corpus Christi tournament back in, I guess it was March or so. No, maybe even February, where the Panthers got on Embry early and got a big lead early.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss as Embry strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left after half an inning. We're scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks, plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash, and $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down, or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotsing House Moving and Remodeling. Panthers set up shop like this. Montez inside the circle, Upton at catching, Bame at first, Valenzuela at second, Chichester at third, Gonzalez at short. Castiglione in center, flanked by Viejo in left, and Stivers in right. Butler, Martinez, and Embry, 1, 2, 3 in the lineup for the Mules. As the Panthers went down in order, 3 up, 3 down. No pitch. Not sure why, but
he wasn't ready. He didn't give her the okay.
Didn't tell her play ball.
Yep.
So Butler awaits the first pitch for Montez.
Illegal. He already called an illegal. So that's going to be ball 1. You know, Montez had a few illegals called on her. Was it the last game in Eagle Pass or the game in Floresville? I think it may have been the game in Floresville. But it's something about when she brings her hands together. So that's going to be ball 1.
So 1 ball and no strikes to the leadoff hitter, Butler.
She's thrown 2 down the middle.
Inside and tight, 2-0.
So it looks like we're going to get the outside call, but not the inside call, because that one caught up some white there. From what I could tell, I could hardly see, though.
The 2-0 pitch. Kind of crossed up there. She was kind of set up off the plate, and now it came inside. 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, the umpire's already rattled Montez.
Illegal pitch again. That's ball 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a legal pitch. That's going to be 2 out of the 4 pitches. Illegal pitch. That's ball 4. Leadoff walk issued. Aubrey Martinez now steps to the plate. Left-handed batter in the lineup. See if the coach puts a play on here, Jeff. Try to get that first run across here in the first inning.
Well, yeah, but now, I mean, right off the bat, you've got Montez up there, and she's a little rattled in the circle now because of this umpire coming in. I mean, she's been pitching all year. Like I said, she got, you know what it started? It started when they started putting those armbands on. So I think what's happening is she's reading her armband and getting the signal and then putting her hands together, or vice versa. So runner on first base.
Martinez steps to the plate. Slap.
Yeah, she's trying to chop it.
Strike 1, 0-1.
It's a good job by Montez coming back and throwing that first pitch strike and showing that she's not rattled any.
The 0-1. Off the plate, 1-1.
So right away, Maury, we talked about not pitching to Embry with runners on base. And unless you get a double play here, you're going to have somebody on base. And
Ground ball to Gonzalez. Safe.
2 on base now.
Infield single. That was very close at first base. But they're going to give her an infield hit. And, Jeff, there's nothing Gonzalez could do. She came in charging, threw that one off balance. And
yep, that was a good job.
Just a good job of hitting and running. Clary Embry now steps to the plate with runners at first and second with no outs. Squares around the bunt, and that's a good bunt. That's going to be another infield single. You're asking your number 3 batter to lay down a perfect bunt, and she did, Jeff, and you said situational baseball.
Yep, and that right there, she's asking the best hitter on her team to get those runners over with nobody out, runners on first and second. And we've been preaching that for the last 5 years, 6 years, you know,
now especially the shortstop, L. Levitt, steps to the plate with the bases juiced for Mules and no outs here in the first. First pitch is a strike called, 0-1.
I think you stay within your game here. You know, if anything's hit to the corners or to the pitchers, you might want to come home. But anything in the middle,
they're drawn in, though, Jeff.
You're just going to have to try to get an out somewhere.
The 0-1, swing and a miss.
And your runner at second base is getting a huge lead out there, but there's hardly anything you can do about that right now.
0-2. The 0-2 pitch, high, 1-2. Good job by Upton getting out of her crouch there, keeping that ball in front of her. 1 ball and 2 strikes, juice is full.
Yeah, there's a lot of background here, backstop area too.
The 1-2 pitch, strike called, a big strikeout, a big punch out for Montez for out number 1.
That is a big out.
Eloise Meadow now steps to the plate, the left fielder.
Left fielder, number 18, Eloise Meadow.
Montez made a couple of really good pitches there.
Meadow steps in with the bases still full, but with 1 out. First pitch is foul back to the screen, 0-1. Lace Metter, left field tonight for the Mules. Butler, your runner at third with a walk. Then 2 infield singles for Martinez and Embry. The 0-1 pitch, and that's foul back, 0-2. The 0-2, just off the plate. A good job there, good pitch there.
Yep.
Trying to see if Meadow will chase one out of the strike zone. Still ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Ball is lifted in the infield. The wind is going to blow it in foul ball territory out of play. Count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes. There you can see the effects of the wind there, Jeff.
It's gusting.
That ball got up and just carried it out of the park.
There is no wind out there in deep center field, but where we're sitting, you can probably hear it on the air. I mean, it's gusting right down here. You can see the tops of the trees moving over here too.
Yeah,
but out in center field, there's no tree moving.
Nope, there's
so
no. The flag is
it's
not
definitely a
moving much.
weird, strange wind here.
You have to be paying attention to anything up in the air.
Yep.
Coach calls a timeout, talking to her.
Yep,
Batter Metter.
And that's a good timeout right there.
Absolutely.
You know, when you're down to 2 strikes and you got bases loaded, you definitely want this batter to try to put the ball in play somewhere. If you're Alamo Heights, if you're Alyssa Montez, you want another strikeout.
And there it is. Good job by Alyssa coming back after the bases are loaded with 2 strikeouts of her own. Elizabeth Billard steps to the plate. Jeff, this is huge right here if the Panthers can get out of this.
Big, yeah. Especially after seeing what Embry did the first inning.
First pitch is just off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Hit down the right field line, but slices foul, 1-1.
Sorry about not being able to get a lot of the field in the camera view this evening, but we are right behind home plate.
So close, and there's no other place that we could have set up.
We tried to back it up a little bit.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases full, 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. That ball is fouled. And Jeff, even without the exception of the 2 infield singles, the balls that they have at least touched, they've been behind. In other words, Montez has been, they haven't been able to catch up to her fastball.
Then you probably need to try to throw one inside on her.
The 1-2 pitch, just off the plate, 2-2.
But you definitely want to throw strikes.
Absolutely.
You want to get it right here. Best pitch right here, 2-2 count.
And here it is. Ground ball to Gonzalez. That hits the runner. The runner's out. The batter's out. That's a dead ball. No doubt about it. It definitely went off for the.
That hit the runner.
That hit the runner.
That hit the runner.
That's an out. That's definitely an out. The ball went off the runner. That is an out.
It's a dead ball when it hits the runner.
And it's a third out of the inning. That's a simple call. I mean, the runner's out. It's an out. The inning is over.
Oh, I didn't see it. I can see them right now. They're saying I didn't see it.
It went right off of her.
Oh, my God. That's a big call right there. Wow. Wow.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, that's a 1-0 game.
You've got
That
to be
is
kidding
terrible.
me. How can 3 people miss that call?
3 people. That's all right. Here, we got to just concentrate on this one. You don't want to make it worse than it is. Get the out here. Come in and regroup. And Montez did a heck of a job there pitching out of that. And they get bailed out.
How did they think it got by Gonzalez at shortstop?
I know. It went off of the
runner?
girl's leg. Went off of her leg. Wow. And now, come on, Alyssa.
2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. Olivia Malich, the first baseman at the plate. And I'm sorry, I'm lost for words because there's 3 people out there and they all missed that call.
And the problem with going to a 3-man crew in the playoffs is that the mechanics are different than a 2-man crew. You know what I mean? So they probably don't even know who was supposed to be making that call. This one right here should have made that call.
Right off the bat,
yeah,
he called that dead ball.
And the mechanics, yeah, he called it a dead ball. So, I mean, the mechanics are different, but in that situation there, nothing changes.
The
Home plate umpires got that
3-0
call.
count, that's ball 4.
Yeah. Here we go.
Wow, that is unbelievable.
God almighty.
So Malich gets credited for an RBI. Martinez comes in to score.
Number 14, Andrea Canizaro.
Canizaro now steps to the plate for the Mules. Canizaro takes that pitch high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. One 0 pitch. Ball, 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls, no strikes. Bases full of Mules. Alamo Heights with 2 runs across here already in the bottom of the first. Two 0 pitch, a strike call, 2-1. Two-one pitch, foul back, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Embry at first, Levitt at third, Levitt at second, Billard at first.
I understand we got a bad video lag going on. We'll get that corrected after this inning's over.
Canizaro takes a 2-2 pitch high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner should be moving here on the full count pitch with 2 outs. And the payoff pitch, ball 4.
Jesus.
An RBI for Canizaro. Embry comes in and scores. And Jeff, the Panthers should be out of this inning.
Yeah,
that is the problem that I have with this.
Yeah, and that's a big call. I mean, it don't matter what it is. It was a big call, but, you also got to come back and you got to throw strikes.
Yeah, you do. But I don't understand if it's a dead ball. How it has to do. It cannot go off of your fielder's glove and it be a dead ball.
No. Yeah.
There's only one way that can be a dead ball, and that's got to be off the runner.
And the funny thing is, the Alamo Heights coach is arguing, why is it a dead ball? Why is it a dead ball? Well, that should have told the umpires right then and there that, you know what, they called it a dead ball because it was a dead ball because it went off of her hand.
Her leg.
Her leg. Excuse me.
Kingman now up to the plate. Pitches down low, 1 ball and no strike.
But this is where Montez has struggled in the past. A little adversity. She needs to really calm down, take a deep breath, and just throw strikes. Throw strikes and let your defense play. Because you're back up. They're batting around. This is the 9th batter, isn't it?
Yes. Check swing for a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, and not only that, so you went through the top of their order, and they all three got on base, and you were almost out of it facing the bottom of their order. But now you're going to have to face the top of their order again, if nothing else, at the beginning of the next inning.
Strike called, 1 ball, then 2 strikes. Ground ball to Gonzalez. Gonzalez charging in. No. Throw home.
Oh,
in
my
time.
God,
Wow.
Coach, you just ran your team out of an inning.
Yeah, but
Wow.
they got another run.
They got another run, though.
That's 4 runs, as that's an infield single for Kingman.
Jesus.
Billard comes around and scores.
That's just that's heartbreaking.
Jeff,
That's heartbreaking.
4 runs on 3 hits.
4 hits, no errors.
2 left on base. We're through an inning. Panthers trail 4-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Remodeling.
Leading off for the Panthers.
Avery Nash will lead off for the Panthers. Nash, Stivers, and Upton. 4, 5, and 6 for the Panthers. They trail 4-0 here. That ball is lifted in the right field. Right fielder coming in hard and makes the play on the run for the out. F9 for out number 1. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Aniston Stivers.
Everything's away.
Batting for the Panthers, right fielder number 13, Annie Stivers.
First pitch, ball inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Got to have base runners.
Yep, just got to chip away.
You know, you want to get some confidence. First, you want to get somebody on base. Get something back.
1-0 pitch. Ball's foul back, 1-1. One pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he steps out, guys herself, now back in, awaits the 1-2 pitch from Embry. High, 2-2.
I can't see anything.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout for out number 2.
That's 4 strikeouts now for Embry.
Going to bring up the catcher, Kaylee Upton.
Kaylee Upton.
Well, and how fortunate is it that you get a gift with 4 runs yet?
Yeah. And that's why I say, I mean, a 0-0 game, you play the whole game differently. You're down by 4 after 1 inning, and, you know, it becomes a different ball game. You coach differently, you play differently, everything's different.
First pitch is a swing, foul back into the screen. 0-1. Just off the plate, 1-1. Now she's asking him what the count is, and he's not even telling her it's 1-1.
Who's that?
The pitcher was asking what was that pitch. Was it a strike or a ball? And he never responded to her. See, she's waiting again. Now, see, there you go.
Yeah.
One ball and 2 strikes to Upton.
Well, he was worried about how far away from the plate the lines were before the game. Made him redo the boxes.
And the 1-2. Ball is lifted out of play. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Are we still lagging? Let me check our video feed here. Looks like we are. I'm going to go ahead and just hit refresh here.
So Upton waits the 1-2 pitch. It's on its way. Just in tight, 2-2. Oh, he's got full count. I had 2-2.
I've got 2-2.
He's got 3-2.
Yeah, let's roll with it.
Ball 4.
Yeah.
Panthers with their first base runner of the ball game is going to bring up Morgan Castiglione, the center fielder for the Panthers.
We're still getting a little bit of a lag. Apologize, I refreshed it. Still getting a little bit of a lag.
Number 7, Morgan Castiglione.
Doing the best we can with the reception down here.
See, he's going to question it that it wasn't a ball 4.
Oh, now
well, I'm pretty sure because I had 2-2. I'm serious.
I did too.
See, oh my. I had 2-2 before that pitch. We'll see.
Well, I guess that's the. I guess you probably wish you had a scoreboard that worked.
He don't know because they ain't keeping a score.
Okay. Glad he didn't ask me.
I wouldn't have said nothing.
I would have said nothing. I'm not official.
Nope. So the Panthers with their first. how can they discuss a full count pitch?
But there's 3 officials, 3 umpires.
I understand that, but how can you not see a ball hit a
Well,
runner?
hey, we finally got a left-handed batter, and we can see that pitch. She got a lot of movement on that ball. That ball was cutting hard.
Castiglione now steps to the plate for the Panthers. That first pitch is ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Just off the plate, 2-0.
That was more of a straight pitch.
Just need base runners, Jeff, to climb right back into this ball game. Now what do we got?
Tying a shoe.
Okay. Ball is lifted foul. 2 balls and 1 strike. Panthers trail 4-0 here early in the ball game, top of the second. Runner at first with 2 outs. Castiglione ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch, line down the third base line, but just foul.
The third baseman was frozen. She just fell straight down. But ball fell foul.
Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs. Runner at first is Upton. Castiglione fouls another one down the third base line. Count stays at 2-2.
Left-handed batters are probably more inclined to have a little bit more success against a pitcher like this.
With the movement?
Yeah. Coming back outside.
2-2 pitch. Oof. Just off the plate.
That was pretty close.
Full count. Good location with that pitch.
Yeah.
Right off the plate just a little bit.
A dangerous pitch right there to take.
Runner should be in motion. Full count pitch with 2 outs. Lifted foul back once again. Count stays full. See which one will blink first, Embry or Castiglione. Good at bat going here for Morgan.
Yep. Hey, and while we're at it, Maury, tomorrow night back at Medina Valley for Game 2, 7 o'clock. We'll be on there about 6:45.
Friendly confines of Medina Valley. Payoff pitch once again.
Wait.
Fouled right back at you, and then almost got your computer screen there.
It hit the computer.
It got you.
It hit the computer.
I didn't flinch.
I did because the computer was about in my lap. But we're good. We're good.
A little soft backstop here, huh?
It is, yeah. It came all the way back, and we're a good 18 inches away from the net.
Payoff pitch once again. Ground ball to second. Second baseman flip over to first. For the put out, another close play, but 4-3 we're scoring at home for out number 3 for the Panthers in that inning. No runs, no hits. One left on base. We're through an inning and a half. Panthers trail 4-0. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Rusty Rooster at 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville is the place to stop on your way home from work or to drop by on the weekend to grab some beverages without ever leaving your truck. Rusty Rooster, the place in Castroville for quenching your thirst from sun up to sundown. Drive through today. Fast, convenient. That's Rusty Rooster, 806 Highway 90 West in Castroville. After all, anything goes till the rooster crows.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Back to the top of the order with Brooke Butler. Butler has no official at bats, but came around and scored the first inning run for the Mules. Montez back there in the circle. That ball bounces in. Ball 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, now if you're Montez, you got to come back out and have a strong inning. I mean, you're back at the top of the order where all 3 of these got on base the last time. If for nothing else, let's just say you lose this game, you want to come back and you want to be able to have something to hang your hat on moving forward into tomorrow's game.
1-0 pitch is a strike called, 1-1. One pitch, swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And this one bunted to get on the first time.
She walked.
She walked.
Yeah,
she was a walk. So, yeah, you want to throw something in there, make her earn her way on.
The 1-2 pitch. Ball is lifted in the infield. A lot of room,
Might
but running out of room.
Oh, it was right there.
Right off the screen.
Yeah, good try by Claire Bang.
Claire Bang up against the side rail, but could not bring it in as the ball went high off the screen. Wind kind of took that one away. I believe it would have been a calm day. She might have had room for that one.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to have a chance at that one.
Nevertheless, count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes as Butler leads off here in the second. Ground ball to Gonzalez at short. Gonzalez throw over to first in time for the out.
It's a good start.
6-3 for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman, number 5, Aubrey Martinez.
Aubrey Martinez now steps to the plate. Martinez scored, reached on an infield single. She is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Strike called, 0-1.
Looks like our left side of our infield's learned.
Take that slap shot away from Martinez.
Well, and the last time up, she approached it differently because obviously she had a runner on base. This time she's probably going to swing a little harder. Yeah. That last one was more like a swinging bunt.
To advance the runner.
Yeah, it was a good job, and she's got enough speed that she beat it out.
1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Chichester feels that in foul ball territory. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. High, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Panthers trail here in the bottom of the second, 4-0. And the pitch. Foul back into the screen. Count stays at 2-2. I was listening to it, Jeff, after this first half of the inning, after Alamo Heights finished the bottom of the inning, the first inning. Full count. They gave the young lady that hit the ball that actually hit the runner, should have been out, a base hit. So
they gave her a base hit.
Yeah,
on
they
that?
got her for 4. They gave her for 4 hits in that first inning.
That's not a base hit. If anything, it's an error.
Well, but I'm just telling you what the
official
home score did. Yep.
Yeah.
Payoff pitch. Whoa, wow.
Yeah.
Just off the plate for a walk. Embry now steps to the plate. Embry is 1 for 1 with a run scored.
Well, I got a feeling here they'll be stealing. Letting Embry, give her a chance to swing the bat here in this situation.
First pitch is hit in the shallow right field. Stivers coming in. Ball just carries away, Jeff. That's another case of the wind, just pulling it away from Annie out there in right field.
Yeah, it ended up way over, almost by the fence.
It actually looked like she was going to have a chance in
when
fair ball territory, and almost took her into the fence.
That with the backspin.
Yeah.
There's a lot of backspin on that ball, too.
So down in the count is.
It's an interesting swing, though, with a 0-0 count. It was more of a defensive swing, like she was fooled.
The 0-1 pitch. Ball is lifted in right field again. Annie coming in, couple of steps, makes the play for out number 2. F9 if you're scoring at home for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Ellie Levitt. Levitt was a strikeout victim her first at bat. So L is 0 for 1. Martinez still your runner at first with now 2 outs. First pitch to Levitt is a strike called, 0-1.
Surprised they haven't put Martinez in motion. I mean, she seems to be pretty fast after watching her beat out that hit, in the first inning.
Levitt waits. The 0-1 pitch is just off the plate, 1-1. The 1-1. Shot in the left field. Left fielder going back a couple steps, and Vallejo camps under it for the out. F7 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. No runs, no hits. 1 left on base. We go to the third. Panthers trail 4-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
With Broadway Bank, your everyday banking is fast, easy, and digital. And now you can bank local and earn $300 when you open a new free checking account online with qualifying activities. Enjoy the convenience of a Texas-based bank with lots of local financial centers and an award-winning online and mobile banking experience that lets you bank when you want. Learn more about this limited-time offer at broadway.bank/300. Minimum opening deposit is $25. Offer subject to change without notice. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Panthers will send to the plate 8, 9, and 1. Valenzuela, Gonzalez, and Montez.
Oh, Caleb Williams went first overall, huh?
Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. No trades yet. But the Panthers need to get some base runners here and just chip away at this 4-0 lead.
Well, who did he go to? It doesn't even show it on here.
Who's that?
Williams.
The Bears. First pitch is foul back into the
is.
screen, 0-1.
I got you.
Batting for the Panthers, second baseman number 12, Amethyst Valenzuela.
The 0-1 pitch. Foul back, 0-2.
Marion, they've batted around already, and we're on batter number 8. Got to get some base runners here.
And with this Waits, the 0-2 pitch, just off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I'll tell you the good thing Embry's done, though, is she's thrown a lot of strikes. She did have that 1 walk to Upton earlier, but she's come in and she's throwing strikes.
Yeah, that one walk on a 3-2 pitch.
Yeah. 1 walk on a 3-2 pitch. Yeah.
It's a shot at the second baseman over and in time for the putout. Good job of moving opposite glove hand for the out. 4-3 if you're screwing that home for out number 1.
It's just we're not getting good contact off of this Embry yet. I would say it has to be because of the movement on her ball.
Elena Gonzalez now steps to the plate for the Panthers. Canizero way in at third base, over halfway.
Embry was telling her you need to move in.
Think they might have scouted Elena?
Probably.
Knowing that she has great speed.
I don't know. Did he call that a strike?
No, I think it was a ball. It was off the plate. Ball 2-0. I could be wrong. We'll see. Well, no, we won't see.
No, we won't. He don't flash them fingers very often. I'm going to say it's 2-0 though.
I think it's 2-0. Strike call, 2-1.
Yeah, she's not afraid to throw outside, and then come back inside.
A 1-2.
See, he did call it a strike.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Elena's down in the count, 1-2. Foul back. Count stays at 1-2.
What is that little device he's got on the backside of his belt there?
I don't know.
Do
I
you
was
think they're
wondering that.
communicating, the umpires?
I don't know. I didn't see any of the other ones with anything on their belt. The 1-2 pitch. Foul back again. Count stays at 1-2.
My eyes aren't that good. I can't read the writing on there.
Elena waits the 1-2 pitch. Foul back again. Count holds it 1-2. Elena battling here. Need to win the battle. The 1-2. Foul back again. It's the 5th 1-2 count to Elena. And the 1-2. Ground ball to first. First baseman over and makes the play. 3 unassisted for out number 2.
It's another ball that was hit off the handle. Wasn't good contact again.
Send it back to the top of the order with Alyssa Montez. Alyssa is 0 for 1. She struck out to start the ball game for the Panthers.
You got to tip your hat to Embry. I mean, she is facing the minimum. Well, not the minimum, but one over the minimum so far. Maybe everybody's seen her one time. They all get a little better feel of what's going on.
First pitch to Montez, a shot in the center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So the Panthers with their first hit of the night.
And comes with 2 outs, though.
Going to bring up Ariel Chichester.
Going to have a courtesy runner. Looks like it's going to be 0-0, Viviana Diaz.
As Diaz will run for the pitcher, Montez. Chichester waits. Step in the box for the Panthers with 2 outs.
Courtesy runner for the Panthers, 0-0, Viviana Diaz.
So Ariel is 0 for 1 as she struck out her first at bat against Embry. Now steps back in.
Third baseman, number 44, Ariel Chichester.
First pitch is a swing and a miss. Snap throw, not in time. Second baseman trying to backdoor.
Sneaking in there.
Diaz sneaking up behind Diaz at first. Chichester down in the count now. No balls and 1 strike. Embry with the look in and the 0-1 pitch. It's off the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, these right-handed batters with the movement of Embry's pitches, they need to be trying to hit the ball middle to away. Not trying to pull anything. If you try to pull something here, you just roll over it.
Ball is lifted down the first base line, but foul.
But then she gets you looking to do that middle to away, and then she busts you up underneath with that inside pitch. You know, she's got good control.
Yeah, she does. So far through 2 2/3. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Catcher set up a little off the plate. Chichester swings it one a little off the plate.
Yeah, that pitch was outside.
For the 3rd out of the inning. For the Panthers in that inning, no runs, no hits. We'll leave a runner. We're through 2 1/3, 2 1/2. Panthers trail 4-0. Panthers softball will continue in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. 5, 6, 7 in the order. Meter, Billard, and Malitz. Meadow was a strikeout victim, so she is 0 for 1. Montez back in the circle for the Panthers. First pitch is low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Foul back at the feet of Upton. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Shot into center field. Center fielder going back. That ball is out of here, Jeff. That was just a check swing, and it carried out of the park with a home run Meter, and the score is now 5-0.
You can tell that's probably the first ever one she's hit.
And that was a check swing kind of, and it carried out of the park. Wow. Just squared it up. Caught a fastball over the middle part of the plate. Going to get a change in the pitching.
Yep, looks like Lacey Salazar may be coming in to pitch.
And that's what it'll be. And what did we have a sponsor for the pitching changes, don't we, Jeff?
Yes, we do. Every pitching change this season has been sponsored by Peerless Equipment. Thank you, Peerless Equipment, for sponsoring these changes.
So Lissy now comes in the ball game, clean slate, no runners on. Panthers trailing 5-0.
Well, a couple of things that have happened so far, Maury, in the first 2.5 innings that are things that we talked about the Panthers could not allow to happen. That, Montez had to come in and have 3 or 4 good innings, and that Panthers had to get on base and score when they could. And neither of those two things have come to fruition for the Panthers. And, you're bringing in Lacey Salazar now, which you really would have loved to have brought her in the 5th or 6th.
In a save situation.
In a save situation. And now that, now you're showing Alamo Heights, probably your best pitcher. You're showing they're all going to get to see her, going now.
At least one time through. You would, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
For the Mules.
And you're in a 5-0 game, and you've only had, 1 base runner, 2 base runners?
Yep.
So.
Billard now steps to the plate. Billard was the batter that hit that ground ball towards shortstop, and it miraculously didn't hit their base runner. 4 runs later.
It's called the immaculate change of direction.
I guess. They officially gave her a hit on that, so.
Well, it did. It hit the base runner.
Yeah, well. First pitch is ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Strike called, 1-1.
We do have the. I didn't even think about this more. We can go back and watch it.
Off the plate, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Billard at the plate. 5-0 is your new score in favor of the Mules. Bottom third. Just off the plate, 2-1.
3-1.
3-1.
Well, I'm watching this again. I'm going back and watching some replay. You remember why the first girl walked?
Why she walked?
Yeah. 2 illegal pitches.
Yep. Out of the 4. 2 out of the 4. Full count now to Billard. Lissy with the stare and the payoff pitch. Ground ball. To Chester, takes it, and a throw over in time for the putout. 5-3 for out number 1. Olivia Malitz now steps to the plate for the Panthers. For the Mules.
Number 9, Olivia Mallet.
Malitz is 0-4 as she walked and was thrown out as she tried to score on the infield single from second to home. Was retired 3-2 for the out. First pitch to Malitz is a strike called, 0-1.
More, we are not going to get to see it. That was when the camera was lagging. But it's funny watching because you can see Upton jumping up and down. Upton's jumping up and down saying,
the inning's over.
Yeah, it's done. We're out of here. And then everybody stops because they're all confused. What? What do you mean?
The 2-strike pitch. Just in tight. Lissy gathering herself inside the circle. Gets the pitch from the dugout. And the pitch is slapped foul down the third baseline. 2 strikes still on the batter.
Yep, you can't see anything.
She got the light on. She's not even listening. She's standing there with the red camera and the light on in the phone. Duh.
Looks like some of the kids I got in school. Like, what do you mean?
1 ball and 2 strikes. Now let's wait. Bunch that one foul back.
Was that a bunt attempt?
If it was, that was
strike 3, wasn't
Yep.
it? Looked like a bunt attempt. Check him, Kaylee. I guess she must have started up high, so looked like more like a punch.
1-2 pitch. Foul back. Count stays. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Foul ball, bounces off the plate, goes foul. Count stays at 1-2. One-two pitch.
I don't know. She
way
hadn't-
outside, and 2-2.
She's really gotten away from throwing her changeup. And remember how effective her changeup was early in the season?
Very effective.
Yeah. Hey, Maury, it's 1-2-3.
Do re mi. Ball is lifted down the third base line, but falls foul. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good at bat here by number 9. Good job by Lisi, though, throwing strikes. She's fouled off several pitches here. One out in the inning. She's thrown a lot of pitches.
Yes, she has. Pitch. Ground ball to Chester over to first in time for the out. 5-3 for out number 2. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Andrea Canizaro.
Baseman, number 14, Andrea Canizaro.
Canizaro walked and was credited for an RBI as she walked with the bases loaded. So she is 0-4 with a run batted in. Strike called, 0-1.
You know, that home run, Maury, that's the first ball they've hit out of the infield. Other than the one that went through shortstop.
Now they hit one to Annie out
that's
right.
yeah, the fly ball.
Palms down, check swing, no go. Count 1 ball and 1
but
strike.
It's the first solid ball that they've hit, and they have 5 runs on the board.
1 ball, 1 strike to Canizaro. 2 outs, bottom 3. Strike called. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Got a ex-Panther softball player sitting over here to our left that played a bunch of softball games here at this complex.
Don't recognize her. She's incognito. Baseball cap on.
She's trying to hide.
1-2 pitch. Foul ball. Just got enough of it to keep that bat alive.
Used to play a lot of fall ball games here with the high school team. Yeah, the school board did work back then.
It probably does. It just might not be somebody up there to work it. 2-strike pitch. Shot right over to second baseman for a base hit. A 2-out single for Canizaro.
That was a hit for sure, but I don't know if I'd call it a solid one. A little punch shot over the second baseman's head. Got the job done, though.
For the Mules, number 6, Pearl Kingman.
Designated player Pearl Kingman steps to the plate.
They're already batting through their lineup again.
Yep.
9-holer.
Pearl singled and drove in a run, so she is 1 for 1 with an RBI.
She's the one that singled here right was it a bunt or was it a swinging bunt?
It was a swinging
bunt, just like that one.
Foul ball, though.
Yeah.
That was the play that Mallets tried to score from second to third.
Right. Yeah,
from second to home on the infield single, was thrown out for the third out of the inning.
Yeah, with bases loaded.
And the top of the order coming up.
Mm-hmm.
No balls and 1 strike to Kingman. Canizaro, the runner at first. That ball is popped up to the second baseman, and Valenzuela caps under it for the out. F4 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. No runs, no hits.
1 run on 2 hits.
1 run on 2 hits. 1 left on base. At the end of 3, it's Alamo Heights 5, Medina Valley 0. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dodson House Moving and Construction Company. 3-4-5, Vallejo Nash. Vallejo pops one into right field. Right fielder going over and just falls out of the reach of
And it's a good thing that it was a foul ball, because she'd have caught it if it was in fair territory. She was right there on it.
Vallejo, Nash, and Stivers. 3, 4, and 5.
Left fielder number 3, Mackenzie Vallejo.
Embry back in there for a 4th inning of work. The 0-1 pitch is high, 1-1.
See if Panthers can get little something going here.
A little something.
Little something.
Ball is foul back.
Dang, I hope
1
that
ball
ball
and 2 strikes.
Come back here and hit the camera. Camera's way back.
Got the computer a while ago.
Yeah.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Vallejo. And the pitch. Ground ball. Embry fields it and over to first for out number 1 in the inning. 1-3 if you're scoring at home. Avery Nash now steps to the plate. Nash flew out to the right fielder in the second inning. She is 0 for 1.
Yeah, they've scouted. That right fielder went all the way back to the fence. Look at her.
Still got some room there down the line.
Well, there's room out there because he's playing so deep.
First pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Just need to get some base runners. 1-0 pitch. Strike call. Looked like the same spot.
Sure did.
A little off the plate, but a strike call. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Foul back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nash waits the 1-2 pitch from Embry. 2-2. Did I miss one? He got a 3-2 again.
I got 2-2.
Yep, see, unbelievable.
Now you know why they missed that call.
2-2 pitch. Right at the first baseman for the put out. F3, we're scoring at home for out number 2. Aniston Stivers now steps to the plate for the Panthers, and he is 0 for 1.
Middle away.
Right fielder, number 13, Annie Stivers.
First pitch is off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Foul back in the screen. 1-1. That would have been foul back at us. That had a little steam. It might have got
come all the way back
might
here.
even have got the camera.
Yeah.
Loose net back here. But I'm glad it's here. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 4th, Panthers trail 5-0. 2 outs. Stivers waits the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a changeup for out number 3. For the Panthers in that inning, they go down in order, 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Panthers trail 5-0. Panther softball will continue here in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company.
Leading off for the
Salazar back in there for the Panthers for her
Butler.
second inning of work. Brooke Butler for her 3rd at bat for the Mules. Brooke walked, scored a run, and grounded out to the shortstop, so she is 0 for 1 with a run scored. First time the top of the order will see Lissy for this ball game, Jeff.
Yep.
Strike called, 0-1. The 0-1, that's foul down first base line out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch, foul back, count stays at 0-2.
Through 8 picks, Maury, and there's not a defensive player gone yet in the NFL draft. Offense is the name of the thing. 2 offensive tackles.
Probably one from Notre Dame, probably.
Yep. Joe Alt went number 5 to the Chargers.
No balls and 2 strikes. Shot into right field. Stivers cannot catch up to it in foul ball territory. Another one of those tailing away there from the right fielder. Count stays at no balls and 2 strikes. And he now cheating a little closer towards the right field line. 2-strike pitch. Ground ball to Chester. Chester fields it over to first to Montez for the put out. 5-3 for out number 1. going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Aubrey Martinez.
Second baseman, number 5, Aubrey Martinez.
Martinez single, scored a run, walked, but was stranded at first base. So she is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Been on both times safely for the Mules this evening. First pitch is a chopper to third base to Chester, fields it over for the out. F3 for the second out of the inning. Clary Embry now steps to the plate. Clary singled, scored a run, and flew out to Stivers in right field. So she is 1 for 2 with a run scored. First pitch is a shot into center field, going back. That ball is off the base of the wall. Castiglione with a throw in, but not in time. It's a stand-up 2-out double.
Looked like Morgan kind of lost her way out there. She looked like she was there, and then ball just ended up going over her head a little bit.
When I saw it hit the ground, I figured it was out of here.
Yeah.
It looked like Castiglione had a beat on it, just kind of turned her the wrong way. El Levitt now steps to the plate. Levitt was a strikeout victim and then flew out to Vallejo, so she is 0 for 2. Pitches off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. Ball is lifted to the infield. Montez has a run and makes it against the wall, against the fence there.
Nice play.
Good
by
job
Montez.
by Alyssa against the screen for the putout.
Sorry, everybody at home, you couldn't see that, but she fell against the wall after she caught it.
Right up against it. Good job by Alyssa. No runs on 1 hit, 1 left on base. We head to the fifth inning
Top of the
already.
fifth.
Top of the 5th. Panthers trail 5-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Have you ever been in a car accident? Was your car taken to a body shop? Or maybe an impound yard? Perhaps a major repair that's too costly. Even if this happened 2 years ago, Lone Star Towing is interested in buying all junk, wrecked, and abandoned vehicles. The process of getting you paid and that vehicle out of there is quick and easy. Call Lone Star Towing today at 210-777-0585.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Jeff, the Panthers will send to the plate 6, 7, and 8. Upton, Castiglione, and Valenzuela.
In the top of the 4th.
Upton walked and scored a run.
Haley Upton.
What do you mean she scored a run?
I mean, walked and was stranded. We haven't scored a run yet. That shot into left field. Left field and give a chase. That ball is just foul. Oh, my.
That sure did look like it hit on the line, but he's out there.
No,
he's
it was
out there.
No, it was about a foot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Upton's had so many of those this year that have been just so close.
I can remember she was a freshman. She did that a few times in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Almost hit one out of the park. Wow, that would have been a big blow. Panthers would have at least had a runner at second, but just a lazy foul ball. 0-1. Shot into center field. Center fielder giving chase, moves and makes the play on the run. That's Billard out there. 2 good swings for Upton with nothing to show for it. Castiglione now steps to the plate for the Panthers. Morgan is 0 for 1. She grounded out to the second baseman.
Morgan Castiglione.
Wow, Jeff, you can tell nothing's going good when you hit the ball on a line twice and have nothing to show for it there with Upton.
It's maybe one of those games you just
take your lumps and regroup.
Forget about it. Think about the things you did well. I mean, you take away that first inning, it's 2-0 ball game.
1-0.
But you give them the 1 run. Give them the 1 run.
Well,
it's
they
2-0.
wouldn't even have had it.
No, they shouldn't have had it, but I'm saying you give them that 1 run, and it's a 2-0 game.
Foul back into the screen. 1-1 to count on Morgan. Canizaro way in at third base. 1-1 pitch, foul back into the screen, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Amethyst waits on deck for the Panthers. Castiglione down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2, just off the plate, 2-2. Lights taking full effect now this evening, Jeff.
Yeah.
A beautiful evening.
Really is.
2-strike pitch, foul back, count stays at 2-2.
Tip your hat to Emery. She's pitched a heck of a game so far.
Yes, she has. Just 2 over the minimum through the first 4. 2-2 pitch, down low, full count. Panthers with only 1 hit through 4 and a third. Payoff pitch coming to Castiglione. Panthers in desperate need of base runners. Payoff pitch, ground ball to third. Third baseman feels it in foul ball territory. Count stays full.
And she does, just like you're taught to do.
Finishes the play.
Finish the play. She made that throw just in case she has to make it later.
Joe Morgan steps back in, awaits another payoff pitch. Foul back into the screen. Count stays full. Emery with the payoff pitch. Foul back once again. Good job by Castiglione staying alive here.
Staying alive.
I was thinking about that.
Had a trade. Vikings and the Jets. No biggie.
The payoff pitch. Down low, ball 4.
Did it bat there by Morgan.
There's some base runners. Second walk of the ball game. Amethyst Valenzuela now steps to the plate. Valenzuela grounded out to the second baseman, so she is 0 for 1.
And getting a 4-run lead in the first inning has really taken Coach Pettis out of her game. I mean, because normally you'd be bunting in this situation. And
Amethyst squares around, pulls it back, takes it for a ball. Ball 1.
Still looks like we're bunting in this situation, down 5. Wouldn't be surprised. I don't know if you'd maybe try to steal here.
1-0 pitch. Brunson, it's caught by the catcher. Almost had a chance to double or off, but a wild throw to first base.
And I'm going to say this. I don't know why you're bunting in the 5th inning down 5 runs. You cannot give up free outs right now.
So pop up to the catcher for out number 1.
2.
For out number 2, excuse me. Elena Gonzalez now steps to the plate. Yeah, that's not the right play.
There's 1 out. I mean, why are you going to give away outs right now for 1 run? I mean, I understand if you're trying to get 1 run, that's fine. But you need a lot more than 1.
First pitch, and that gets by the catcher all the way to the backstop. Castiglione moves up 60 feet now at second base for Gonzalez. Elena grounded out to the first baseman her previous at bat, so she is 0 for 1.
Elena tried to poke one over the shortstop and third baseman right here, possibly.
The 1-0 pitch.
Oh,
that's a pop up to the shortstop for the out.
Just things aren't falling the way for the
F6
Panthers.
for out number 3 for the Panthers in that inning. No runs on no hits. 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Panthers trail 5-0. Panthers softball will continue in just a moment.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Datsun House Moving and Construction Company. Meter, Billard, and Malitz step into the plate for the Mules here in the 5th. 5, 6, and 7. Mater was a strikeout victim and then homered her last at bat, so she is 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored.
Eloise Metter.
We do have a defensive change.
We have
Dominguez.
AD going into right field for Stivers.
Senior Aubrey Dominguez, who's come back off of an injury and been relegated to a substitute role. You know, she has been the best batter on the team for most of the year. But she doesn't even start. Don't understand that.
First pitch to Mater is ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Ground ball.
No.
Montez gets it and tags her out. Good heads-up play there by Montez.
Yeah, good job.
I wondered who was going to feel that ball, Jeff, for a second. They kind of let it go.
Well, I mean, that's should be your second baseman, but your second baseman wasn't getting there.
So 3 unassisted for the put-out.
But a good job by Montez realizing that, coming off the base and running out and getting it and then going back and tagging her.
Elizabeth Billard now stepping to the plate. Billard with a RBI and a ground out, so she is 1 for 2. It's a ground ball to the second baseman, gets by Valenzuela for a single.
Ball was well hit.
Yes, it was.
Should have been caught, but well hit. I mean, and you say if it should have been caught, you know, it's usually an error, but that ball was well hit and just skimmed under her glove. Going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher? No, who was that? That
was the center fielder, Billard.
So you're going to have pinch runner.
Pinch runner. I don't have their
Number
full
2.
roster. I took a picture of it, but it just had the starting lineup. So number 2 will be the pinch runner.
Batting for the Mules, first baseman number 9, Olivia Mallet.
Mallet steps to the plate now. Mallet's walked, scored a run, and then grounded out. So she is 0 for 1 with a run scored. Bunched that one foul. 0-1. That ball went off of Upton on the side. She's kind of grimacing a little bit. Got her kind of where the chest protector doesn't get, right on the side. And that had to have stung a little bit. Wow.
Yeah, and she's been tough back there all year.
Yeah, but when there's no pad on that side there, that hurts.
Catching is a tough position. You got to have a little toughness
So
about you.
Malit's down in the count now, 0-1. Runner at first with 1 out. Mules bat here in the bottom of the 5th with a 5-0 lead. Ball is foul back in the screen. No balls and 2 strikes.
Well, the Vikings got himself a good one. They took J.J. McCarthy. I think he's going to turn out to be a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah. 2-strike pitch is off the plate.
That was that cutter there from Lisi.
Two strikes on the batter. Runner at first with 1 out. And the pitch. Check swing, just foul. Count stays with 2 strikes. I want to say it's 2-2. 1-2, excuse me. And the pitch. Check swing to Chichester. Chichester over. Good play by Montez. Pulled her off the base. But Montez with the swipe tag on the out. 5-3 if you're scoring at home for the second out of the inning. Courtesy runner moves up 60 feet to second base.
Number 14, Andrea Canizaro.
Canizaro now steps to the plate. Canizaro walked. RBI single. So she is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Been on safely both of her at bats tonight for the Mules. First pitch is a strike called, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Ball is lifted out of play, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second with 2 outs. Panthers on the short end of a 5-0 score here in the bottom of the 5th. Two-strike pitch. Shot into right field. Right fielder gives chase, but that's going to be out of play. No chance for Dominguez to catch that ball out in right field. So Canizaro down in the count still. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for the out. For the Mules in that inning, no runs on 1 hit. They'll leave them after 5 innings. Alamo Heights 5, Medina Valley 0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House Moving and Construction Company. Montez leads off for the Panthers.
Got to get something going here, Maury.
Montez is 1 for 2. First pitch to Alyssa is a strike called, 0-1.
If for nothing else, give you some confidence going into tomorrow's game.
Embry back out there for her 6th inning of work. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2.
I don't know how you score 14 runs off of this team in the Corpus tournament and then you turn around and you can't. It's hard to get a hit.
That's further down the line.
I know this young lady started the game down there. She didn't pitch the whole game.
The 0-2. just off the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Embry gathers herself, now back in. Montez waits the 1-2 pitch. Foul back in the screen. Count stays at 1-2.
Well, to get something going, you need to get the leadoff one.
Yep,
You need to get the first one on.
Got to just go station to station. Got to get some base runners. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Canizara feels it. Throw over to first. Good job there by Malich, staying with it. Handles the throw. 5-3 for out number 1 if you're scoring at home.
You know, impressed with Alamo Heights tonight. They have not done anything special. They've done the routine plays. They've made the routine plays.
Ariel Chichester now steps to the plate. Ariel is 0 for 2. Strikeout victim both at bats.
How many groundouts now is that?
That is only 5 groundouts. Pitches off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes.
So that's 5 opportunities they've had, and they've made 5 outs with them.
5 flyouts, 5 groundouts, 6 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch. Foul back in the screen, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 5-0 is your score as the Panthers bat here in the top of the 6th. Ball back to Chester off, 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch. Ball is lifted, foul back out of play, 2-2. The 2-2 to Ariel. Swing and a miss. That's 3 strikeouts for Chichester tonight. As that's going to send Mackenzie Viejo to the plate. Viejo was a strikeout and grounded out to the pitcher, so she is 0 for 2. First pitch to Mackenzie is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. One-0 pitch is a number to the second baseman. Second baseman over to first for the putout. Panthers go down in order, 4-3 for out number 3 in that inning. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Panthers trail 5-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dotson House
Leading off for the Mules,
Moving
number
and
6,
Construction Company.
Pearl Kingman.
Lissy back in there for her third inning of work. Pearl Kingman now steps to the plate. Pearl singled, drove in a run, and popped up to the second baseman. So she is 1 for 2 with a RBI. Fouls that one off. No balls and 1 strike. No 1 pitch. It's a foul back into the screen. Base of the wall, excuse me. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch, swing and a miss for a strikeout for out number 1 in the 6th. Turn it back to the top of the order in Brooke Butler. Butler walked, scored the first run of the ball game, and then a ground out to the shortstop and the third baseman. So she is 0 for 2 with a run scored. Takes the first pitch high. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. One 0 pitch, strike call, 1-1. The 1-1 to Butler, foul back, 1-2. Two-strike pitch. Check swing, strikeout for the out, 2.
There's that changeup.
There's that changeup. Yeah, I was going to say, there's the one you were looking for, Jeff.
Yeah, maybe she can hide that. Don't show it anymore.
Aubrey Martinez now steps to the plate. Martinez singled in the first inning, scored the second run of the ball game, and then a walk and a ground out. So she is 1 for 2 with a run scored. First pitch is high and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch is down low, 2-0. Martinez waits a 2-0 pitch. That ball is fouled back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Maury, we do need to read something from the UIL. See if I can find it. After this pitch.
2-1. That's a shot down the left field line. It gets by, but good job of keeping it in front. I thought it got by, but yeah, he keeps it in front of her. But a 2-out single for Martinez.
Yeah, more importantly, that brings up
number 12,
their best player.
Clary Embry now steps to the plate. Clary singled, scored a run, flew out and doubled. So she is 2 for 3 with a run scored.
So we do have to make an announcement here. Mark your calendars. The 2024 UIL State Softball Tournament takes place May 28th through June 1st at Red and Charlene McCombs Field on the University of Texas at Austin campus. Schedule, spectator, and ticket information can be found at uiltexas.org/softball. Again, that's uiltexas.org/softball. One of the announcements that we have to make for the UIL.
2 balls and no strikes to Embry. with a runner at first, 2 outs. Panthers trail 5-0 here as the Mules bat in the bottom of the 6th. 2-0, and that's a shot right back up the middle for a base hit. Strong throw from Castiglione keeps the runner at second base. So back-to-back singles with 2 outs. Turn it over to the...
See, and that's another reason I wouldn't have brought Lisi back in this inning, is you're giving their better hitters another chance to see her and to figure her out. And she's been the most effective pitcher that you've had tonight.
So Ellie Levitt steps to the plate. Levitt a strikeout, fly out, and a fly out. So she is 0 for 3. But runners at first and second with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th.
Batting for the Mules, shortstop, number 1.
And Jeff, what gets me here is you got your pitcher at first base. Why is she even running the bases at this situation? You could put a courtesy run in her. Why risk her even running? I mean, I'm just certain things you pay attention to. Ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop flips it over to the second baseman for the put out. Fielder's choice goes in for Levitt. 6-4 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. No runs, no hits, 2 left on base. We're going to keep it right here.
We're going to keep it right here because we have a reader, Magnolia Filling Station. The Magnolia Filling Station features a daily dark roast and a Fiorella blend medium roast drip coffee. Lattes, ice lattes, cold brews, Kai lattes, mochas, teas, and lemonades. Daily made from scratch pastries, muffins, cookies, cupcakes, and banana bread, just to name a few. A variety of sandwiches to include ham, turkey, Italian, and pimento cheese. Protein lunch boxes, English muffin breakfast sandwiches, and fresh fruit parfaits. Sit outside under the patio and enjoy the historic downtown Castroville atmosphere, or sit inside and visit with the friendly baristas and locals. Located at 1101 Fiorella Street in beautiful downtown Castroville.
And Jeff, Panthers are down to their final 3 outs here in game 1 of the best of 3. Nash, Dominguez, and Upton. 5, 6, and 7. Nash flew out to the right fielder and to the first baseman. She is 0 for 2. Embry back in there. For her 7th inning of work, Nash takes that pitch down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Strike called, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch off the plate. 2-1. Two-one pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 7th, Panthers trail 5-0. Two-two pitch. High, full count. Just need base runners any way possible here. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 1. It's 8 strikeouts of the ball game for Embry. Aubrey Dominguez steps to the plate for the Panthers. Dominguez's first at bat tonight.
Number 88, Aubrey Dominguez.
Senior Aubrey Dominguez, who is going to Midland Junior College to play softball.
Takes that first pitch for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1. Foul back to the screen, 0-2.
Before her injury, she was probably your most valuable player on this season.
The 0-2 pitch. Foul back to the screen. Count stays. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Swing and a miss on a change of speed pitch. First strikeout in the inning. Second strikeout of the inning. 2 outs. That's 9 strikeouts now for Embry. Kaylee Upton now steps to the plate for the Panthers. Upton walked and flew out to the center fielder, so she is 0 for 1. Strike called, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. High and outside, 1-1. One pitch. Foul back out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up in the infield. First baseman calls it and makes the play, and that's going to do it. Panthers lose game 1 of this best of 3. 5-0. We'll be back with final thoughts when Panther softball continues in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Right now at Chevrolet's 3-time Dealer of the Year, North Park Chevrolet. Get $15,000 off MSRP and 1.9% financing on new Silverado 1500 trucks. Plus $2,250 in trade assistance cash. And $7,000 off MSRP on new Blazers. Lease a new Equinox for $299 with 0 down or buy for $23,999. Get 2.1% financing on all new Traverses. Find new roads at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet and Dodson House Moving and Construction Company. Panthers lose game 1 of this best of 3, 5-0. We'll be going back to the friendly confines of Medina Valley tomorrow night, starting at 7 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 6:45. Jeff, coulda, woulda, shoulda, different situation in that first inning if things would have been called a little bit different. But the Panthers just never did threaten, even when they got behind and kind of let the first inning dictate how the rest of the ball game went.
The first inning took you out of your game completely. But a lot of that credit goes to their pitcher.
Oh, yes.
Emery.
Who is the Travel by Design player of the game.
Absolutely.
Clary Embry, who
9 strikeouts.
I mean,
she
Panthers never got a runner past second base.
No, 2 hits, maybe 3 hits.
Yep.
I mean, she did an excellent job, but the whole game is played differently if the first inning's different.
Yes.
And you got to chalk that one up to, you can say it didn't hit her. They scored 1 run. You got to come back and, you got to bow your ears back and you got to come back and get the next out.
Yeah, you can't get shut out.
Yeah, and
when you faced a good pitcher, but still.
That's right. But when you leave the inning down 4 runs and you come back and the pitcher is doing an excellent job of getting outs, it's hard. It's hard. It takes you out of your game.
Now,
So
got to see tomorrow how coach from Alamo Heights wants to play this. I had another young lady warming up that looked like she had pretty good stuff too. Do you come tomorrow with your ace again and try to take the Panthers out in 2, or do you?
Well, I don't know, and I know that
try to skate by with what you got in the second game and come back with your ace in game 3.
I would think.
I go back with Embry inside the circle
absolutely.
again.
I mean, softball's a completely different game than baseball, and the pitchers can pitch they can pitch a lot. So, the question is going to be, who does Medina Valley come back with?
Yeah.
I mean, you almost got to come back with Lisi and push her as far as you can.
Or you give Vallejo a chance who they haven't seen yet. You never know. It's hard.
I would have to come back with Lisi. She did a good job. She gave up 1 run over 4 innings.
4 and 2/3 of an inning.
So, I would have, like I said, that last inning, I'd have probably pitched Vallejo to see how she could be effective against them. I wouldn't have given the middle of their lineup another opportunity to see Lisi, but you did. So you got to come back tomorrow. I mean, you got to kind of break this down now going forward. The first thing you got to do tomorrow is you got to score a run.
Yep.
So, okay, now you score a run. Now you try to go win that game.
Yep.
So that'll be the key tomorrow, is trying to get to Emory and scoring runs, or whoever they throw out there.
With that said, the Panthers lose game 1, the best of 3, still in this. By all means, we go back to the friendly confines of Medina Valley at 7 o'clock, and hopefully then we'll go to Bernie Champion at 12 o'clock on Saturday. But we got to take care of business tomorrow night, and the game time will be on the air at 6:45. For Jeff Stivers, I'm Maury Stein saying good night, God bless, and